Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Black Mirror 2. Let's continue. So we just kind of need to look and see about this private door, and then we're going to go upstairs and see about Angelina. There is this key back here, but I don't think I can actually grab the key easily.
There's room for 12 keys on the keyboard, but only a few are hanging on it. There are probably no more than 8 rooms here.
So this hotel's pretty big, but it's
A private sign hangs on the door. The owner and his family live in this building. Behind the door is either their living quarters or an office.
I guess one of the things about Black Mirror, the castle, Black Mirror castle, which maybe wasn't called Black Mirror at all. I keep wanting to think it should be called Black Manor. That giant castle had a lot of sections that were blocked off, so there really wasn't too many rooms. See, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it was less than a dozen rooms for the entire castle.
There's room for 12 keys on the keyboard. But
we're getting the same line of dialogue, so I'll skip through that.
Young man, those rooms are private.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that.
We can still look at the plants.
There's nothing in the pot apart from the plant. Nothing between the leaves.
And so we're just trying to exhaust everything. We've done that. Let's go to Angelina's room. I'm hoping to find
I should be looking after my mother or beating the crap out of Fuller's fat face.
Something
but instead
surprising
I'm standing here with a stomach full of
that
butterflies.
Moves forward.
I don't know what it is about her, but man, I got it bad. All right, let's go.
Like I don't really get the thought of the romance in the middle of a horror mystery game.
Have I come at a bad time?
This is a nice looking room. It's animated quite bright and nice looking.
I've got the pictures with me.
It looks very similar to Samuel Gordon's room.
To be honest, it's anything other than great. The wrong lighting, pathetic composition. Fuller has really no idea what he's doing.
I thought that might be the case. I'm sure they would have been better if you'd taken them. How would you take my picture?
Well, your face should, well,
Just do it!
Huh?
Don't tell me that you, the would-be star photographer, haven't got a camera with you.
I've had a camera on me since the beginning of the game.
Of course.
Come on, then. I still need a present for my parents' wedding anniversary.
Very nice. The light is perfect.
So she mentions her parents' wedding anniversary.
Oh, I don't live here at all. I study in Boston. My mom just bought a house here a few months ago. What brings you here?
He's not directing her at all and asking her questions,
like that.
Which is going to
Are
make
you an
her
actress or
talk
something like that?
And move.
You got it. I'm a famous English actress on my way to Hollywood. No, but seriously. I study literature and history in England. I'm interested in English immigrants in America, their aspirations, their dreams, their reality.
If she has any like familiar relation to the main character, she's got to be a distant cousin.
I wanted to drift a bit, collect some life stories. I don't yet know exactly
kind of
how
makes
I should organize
sense
the work.
for the Black
My
Mirror
mother's
series.
from England too. She came over here more than 20 years ago.
Really? Do you think I could talk to her?
That isn't possible at the moment. That's a very pretty bracelet.
Oh, thank you. I got it from my grandmother. She was always there for me. Unfortunately, she died last year.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Thanks, but you don't need to be. She was very ill at the end, you know? It was a relief for her. She gave me this bracelet shortly before she died. I'm sure you'll find it silly, but I always have the feeling that she's near me and looks after me. Perhaps we could do a few more special pictures for your portfolio. I always wanted to have a few photos of myself as a model.
I don't know what they mean by specials.
So, I don't know, what did you have in mind?
I thought maybe like this. Or
How far is this game gonna go?
this. Or like this.
I'm really just getting like a Star Wars vibe that these are gonna turn out to be distant cousins, or not even really that distant cousins.
That's it. The film is full.
Oh, shame. I was just getting warmed up. What do you say we go for a meal?
Actually, I'm not hungry yet, but...
What?
Tonight. In the diner. I'll pay. In return for the photos, okay?
Yes. Sure. Sounds good.
All right, then. See you tonight. Can you develop the pictures by then?
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
I'll just break back into focus and develop it. Develop the photos, I guess.
Jeez. That was certainly something.
I don't know
Yes,
why
Miss
we would
Angelina Morgan
have
has a room here.
that story.
Would you like to leave her a message, or would you like to go out?
How many nights has she booked?
So Angelina Morgan,
Damn,
they are
no more
related.
pictures on the film.
I'm sorry, sir, but you'll have to ask Miss Morgan herself. I can't.
All right.
Brown comb-back hair, a long straight nose, eyes close together.
Which room is she in then?
I'll inform her that you're here. Mr.
That won't be necessary. I'll come back later.
Thin lips, sallow skin, angular face, pointed chin.
But please, don't tell her I was here. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Hello? What's wrong? Sir?
And he's gone. What does this guy want?
You can now use your camera to take snapshots of a lot of interaction points during the doing this will unlock things in the bonus menus. So we kind of knew. You can't see it here. I guess I'd have to go back to the main menu. I kind of felt like, yeah, you'd use the camera, but boy, we are like 4 hours into the gameplay. And I think, yeah, there's some definite spots. Here's what you do normally, though, is you'd go back to Angelina's.
Doesn't get much better than that. I think I'd better keep the thing with the weird guy to myself for the time being. I don't want to worry.
He's not going to ask her.
And at the moment, I don't even know whether the guy is following me or her. Perhaps I'll tell her about it this evening.
I do like the idea that they went a generation forward.
I need to develop the pictures before my date, but I can't get into Fuller's darkroom anymore. So I'll have to get by with just domestic items. Mom's bathroom will make a great substitute darkroom.
If
I've
it
still
could,
got the
then
remains
why
of the
didn't
photo
I do
paper.
that the first time?
And I've got developer. I need a red light, 2 flat dishes, and a little acid to use as a fixer. And something to do the exposing with. A projector, for example. I'll write everything down so I don't forget anything. What a day.
So a considerable amount of this stuff I already have. We need a red light. I guess that's one thing. Before I walk, though, let's just make sure that there's not some kind of photography thing. Like, am I supposed to take a picture of the veranda? No. The way that hint played, it seems more like I was supposed to use the camera for interactions between people, not the camera just at random intervals. Looking for a red light bulb. That's still not anything. I guess you could steal a red light bulb out of the stoplights, but how in the world would you get that? I know that there's a slide projector in here we need to get, so I imagine we'll just trade the cane for this. So let's just give him the cane.
Your blind man's cane.
Well, thanks. You know, you're smarter than you sound. Best put it by the door.
Wait a minute, what's this? Is this a different camera?
Hey, listen, if I can help you out in any way, you just ask.
Oh, yeah, the slide projector. That's what I want.
About the slide projector.
It ain't for sale.
I don't want to buy it. I just need it for a while. I want to borrow it. I did help you with the coin and got your blind man's cane back.
That's true.
But I think that's the only thing in here that I need to collect.
Okay, take the projector, but bring it back today.
Yeah, I'll bring it back today and undamaged.
Good. Good.
I wouldn't be surprised if he uses that to look at slides. Well, no, he's blind, so I don't know what he's... If he's actually blind, I don't know what he's doing with it. Come to think of it. You'd have to be using it to show slides to other people. We still don't seem to have any realistic looking solution to connect a tow rope.
I wouldn't know how that would get me any further right now.
And
Fuller's back from his shoot. I'm not going in there. He'll kill me.
so, yeah. Let's look here. There's nothing to see. Maybe I could get a red light out of the brake light of the car, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think the light bulbs themselves are red. I think they're just going through a filter. I can get some red lights from the Christmas lights though. So we've had the indication that we could steal the Christmas lights for a long time, and 2.5 hours later we finally have a reason to do it. Steal string of light.
Borrowing a light bulb is one thing, but cutting up the cable without a reason is just vandalism.
Alright, so I'm just gonna take the bulb. One assumes that these bulbs are not going to be extremely hot.
Yes, this will do for my red light. This chain of lights is gonna stay dark tonight.
So let's look at our diary and look at our latest tasks. Develop the pictures. My own pictures of Angelina ought to come out much better. I can barely develop them. 2 of each. I'll make some prints, 2 of each, so he's gonna keep the prints himself. Which, while that sounds a little creepy, it's not unheard of for photographers to either keep the negatives so that they could sell more prints to people that had them made, so that they can try to recoup some of the massive amounts of money that a lot of photographers waste buying equipment. He said he was going to have a list of everything he needed. I'm not seeing that actually listed. So we have in the larger, we have water, we have 2 dishes, we have fixer, we have seems like we should have everything. So we'll see. If we're gonna set it up in the bathroom, we'll see what we need to do to actually set it up.
Alright. I've got everything I need to develop the pictures. It's gonna take a bit of time, so let's get going.
So apparently it's just an automatic trigger. I'm glad we skipped any kind of minigame or cutscene there.
Huh. They've come out quite well, considering the conditions I had to develop them in. All the stuff that I need for developing is in the bathtub. I hope I won't be needing it for a while. I'm just gonna take Eddie's slide projector. I wish I could make some reprints of some of the pictures, but there's no more photo paper left. But I'm gonna keep at least one.
So,
I'll go and visit my mother one more time, and then I'll get ready to go out.
And you think that the guy is following me? A student from England?
So he immediately tells her, why didn't he tell her earlier?
I didn't say that he is following you. I only said that he might be. Perhaps it's me he's following.
This is an awkward cut.
I didn't mean to upset you. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I don't know. It's just all too much for me
Holding
at
our
the moment.
hands immediately?
My mom's in the hospital. There's this thing with England, and then this guy.
Which thing with England?
Yeah, well, my mom, she gets money from England. A village called Willow Creek. Do you know it?
Yes. I even know roughly where it is.
I think it's a place where my mom worked as a cook.
And she still gets money from there? Her plum pudding must be heavenly.
That's the thing. I mean, that's more than 20 years ago. Who's sending her over $1,000 every month? And for what? I found this box next to the bank transfers. I've never seen it before. And that coat of arms with the 3 lions, that's an English emblem, isn't it?
It is.
What exactly are you doing?
I just thought you maybe wanted to see what's inside.
You know how to open it?
There were thousands of these caskets produced in the 19th century. There's a special kind of lock mechanism that's supposed to keep curious people out.
Well, it didn't really work.
What's inside?
It'd be kind of funny if it turns out that Angelina is a delusion. And she's not, or like a demon. Alright, so I'm looking at a photo and I have mouse controls, so am I supposed to do something here? Or am I just looking at a photo? You didn't give me any indication.
A man and a woman in front of a wrought iron gate. Is that your mum? And the man, is that your father? Is there anything written on the back? Blackmere Castle, Willow Creek, England, October 1969. What's wrong?
My mom.
Darren?
Do you think she looks 5 months pregnant?
Finally, let's move on to another act and have something happen. It looked like Fuller in his mom's house. Get these nice little cutscenes, certainly flashy, even for 2008, or 2011 actually, which was when this came out. Yeah, the first game was 2003. This was 2011, 8 years apart. So, if we wake up, then that's almost 100% confirmation that yes, I'm exactly like Samuel Gordon. I'm either crazy or under the influence of a demon, and I've just like murdered somebody.
Darren Michaels? My name's Conley. I'm captain of the local police department.
Are you gonna arrest me?
No, we're not. But we need to talk to you. May I come in?
Yeah, but he came
Sure.
in.
So,
You work in Fuller's photo studio, is that right?
not anymore. Not since yesterday.
Not anymore. Why?
The work atmosphere. I quit.
Quit? Or were you thrown out? Was there an argument?
Why? Has something happened to Fuller? Please say yes.
Well, yes.
Have you arrested him? Or did someone beat him up in a dark alley?
Would you be happy about that?
Only if it was painful.
He's dead.
Took way too
He was
long to
stabbed
get to
death
this
in the
point.
early hours of the morning. We're still counting the wounds. Can you tell us anything about that?
No. Nothing you'd find fitting.
Someone must have been pretty angry with old Mr. Fuller. How angry were you with him, Darren?
So angry that I don't feel sorry that he's dead. But I've got nothing to do with it. Look, I saw him for the last time yesterday afternoon when he threw me out.
And you haven't been in the store since then?
No.
Darren, we found your fingerprints.
Of course, I worked there.
On the safe. Was that part of your job?
Look, what do you want?
Where were you last night?
I was in Biba's diner with a friend.
Correct. Angelina Morgan. You haven't known her very long, have you?
Do you have to be
He sure
engaged
seems
if
to
you wanna
know
go
a
out with
lot.
woman in this town?
And
Very
why
funny.
would they have his fingerprints?
Only if you did know her better, you might be able to explain why Miss Morgan murdered Mr. Fuller.
What?
She was practically caught red-handed.
Practically?
She was standing over Mr. Fuller's corpse, covered in blood. The whole thing could have only been clearer if we had a notarized, certified video of the murder.
That's crazy. Perhaps she found Fuller dead and wanted to help him.
Interesting twist.
That's what she claims, too. And what was she doing in Fuller's store in the middle of the night?
What do I know? Ask her.
We have. She says she was told to go there by a man on the phone.
By the guy following her.
Correct, by a stranger. That's why I'm here. Miss Morgan says that you told her about her pursuer.
Yeah, absolutely. And the hotel owner saw him too.
I've already been to see him. He confirmed that someone was asking after Miss Morgan, but he couldn't give us a proper description. Did you get a proper look at the man?
I did. His eyes are close together, and...
Not here. Come down to the station. We can do a photo fit there.
What about Angelina?
Yeah. Well, let's see what the guy you saw has to say about all this.
Give me a break. If he was the one who called, he's not gonna admit it.
If there was a call in the first place. Please, come as soon as possible. We need that photo fit.
Interesting twist. Like, they certainly should have done this several hours ago, but now we have the implication that it is not the main character that's crazy killing people, but it's actually Angelina that's crazy and killing people. Still decent chance that it could be both of them. Also, though,
No,
this is
that's not
still
him.
just
The
kind of
hairline was higher.
doing
Like that, perhaps?
a
No,
very,
it
very
was
similar
more-
story to the first game.
Can't you just let me have a go at it?
Sure. Look, here are the various chin shapes and eyebrows and so on.
Yeah, I was watching you. I get the idea, okay?
You can change things using the arrows. When you're happy with it, click on save and...
Alright, I've got it.
Okay. Let me know when you're finished.
Okay. The quicker the police find this guy, the quicker I can help Angelina.
So this
What
is
did he
like
look like again?
a puzzle. It's a puzzle using like a Mac, Apple II interface, or Windows 3.0. Let's see. The description was thin chin. What else do I have to click on here? I'm not even getting the menu. I barely gotta look at the guy, and frankly, I'm not good with faces. In fact, I'm practically face blind. So maybe that guy. Let's cycle through the hair. There was a sound. But that could have just been from the music. See, I've got it down to this face or this face, which I guess that's that. Not that hair, not that hair. I've got it down to this hair, maybe that hair, and maybe that hair. So I've got 3 in that. I have no clue on the nose. And let's see, can't click data, can't click options, can't click view. I really have no clue on the eyes. I'm not getting any audio feedback. I don't think it was that nose. Some of these are just not animated well enough. I guess I have to just click save and continue exit.
Are you finished?
Huh? No, it's not quite right. Can I take a break?
Yes, but just a little one. We need that photo fit.
Alright.
Alright, so what can I click on over here that would potentially help? Or look at my notes. I may have to look at the note immediately. What was that sound effect? So we could look here. Let's just look at the photos.
These rather sinister fellas are wanted. There are some wretched criminal mugs among them.
I assume I can't just pull out my camera and take a photo of her. Oh, yes, I can. So that's just gonna be an extra thing, I guess. As soon as something is unlocked in the bonus menu, a small lock will flash in the top left of the picture. So It seems kind of crazy. We don't have that many things to take pictures of.
I think that the picture has turned out very well.
See, there's the unlock. Like, how in the world would you even know what to take pictures of and what not to? It seems like a pretty crazy waste of time where I'm gonna have to spend extra effort looking at everything.
I always wonder if police photographers get special training in making everyone look like criminals. Or is it because the pictures are on manhunt posters? It always seems to me the people in those pictures are exactly how you would imagine a criminal to look. Back there is the smug, ignorant captain's office. Does he really believe that Angelina killed that fat bastard?
It's highly unlikely for a woman to stab a man multiple times. It'd be much more likely that she would have poisoned him or stabbed him once.
Offender, victim, crime, destiny. Everything filed in an orderly fashion, and therefore closed. And if a case is solved, then chance must have played a part.
Water fountain.
Selling water is an unbelievable business. You fill the bottles with water, put on a pretty label, and charge an arm and a leg for it. All these darn mega conglomerates even try to seize control of the water supplies for entire countries. Then the price soars beyond the imaginable, and the people, who are already poor, are completely screwed.
True, certainly. What does that have to do with this video game? Do we need a lesson in why capitalism is evil in the middle of this murder mystery? I don't think so.
I hardly think they're gonna let me snoop around in the records.
So it seems like all this stuff is like, so we have door to the cells, to the main square, and talking to the lady. Maybe we could talk to the lady. I don't think they're gonna
That's
let
the
me
way
go
to the
cells.
cells. Huh. I've already spent a couple of nights in cells like that after protests. In my circles, that was something like a badge of honor. I just thought it was crap.
And so we're getting more backstory of the character. Let's talk to the policewoman.
I've remembered something else.
Very good. Please.
I haven't remembered anything. Let's see. Let's change the hair. Let's change this. Change this. And change this. And save and exit. And see if that's
Finished?
Right.
Well, he looked something like that.
Like that is not enough. Have another think.
Yeah.
And I know it's only been a few minutes since that line of dialogue happened, but I didn't think I was going to have to memorize the description. Brown, combed back hair. Small, straight nose, wrinkles on the side. Eyes close together, deep set. Thin lips, small mustache, sallow skin, chiseled, angular face, pointed chin. I don't know if I can get all that in one go.
I've remembered something else.
Very good. Please.
Alright, let's see. So, brown hair combed back. It's gotta be either this or this. Thin mustache. Sunken. This with wrinkles on the side. So probably that. And then shallow, sunken in eyes, which I don't think that's this. I think it's probably this. Let's see what that is. See what he says there.
Are you done?
I don't know. It's still not really him.
Just think about it a bit longer.
This is the worst.
I wrote down a few useful things in my notebook.
And it's not showing me brown comeback hair. Maybe I got that wrong. Small straight nose, wrinkles on the sides. Eyes close together, deep set. Thin lips, small mustache. I think those first three are the only ones that really matter.
I've remembered something else.
Very good. Please.
So maybe this has come back and that really isn't as much. Small nose with wrinkles on the side. Maybe that's it. And then eyes close together. What's funny is all of these eyes seem to be the same distance, so sallow eyes, sunken in eyes. It's either this one or this one. Let's try that. Did I have an option to skip it?
Have you got it?
No, it's still not right somehow.
Not as easy as it looks, huh?
Haha, very funny.
Could I just
I've remembered
skip
something
this?
else.
Very good. Please.
Because I'm tired of this. Yeah. I think it's perfectly fine to take him up on the offer and let's just skip this. This is a dumb puzzle. It's giving me literally no feedback. The right way to do a puzzle like this is to say, when I check that, I should get some audio feedback that says, yeah, that seems kind of familiar. Yeah, that's right. I'm not getting any of that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So 5 to the power of 5 is 125. 5 to the power of 5 is 25 times 5 is 125 times 5 again is 5. Well, no, 625 possible combinations. Like, totally. And I could look it up online and certainly and look at the solution. But at least the easy modes let me skip it.
So?
That's him. The guy that followed me and Angelina
Didn't
looked
even
like
show
that.
me the solution. That sucks.
I don't know him. Perhaps a tourist. You also said he spoke with an accent.
Exactly. What now?
We'll post the pictures around town and invite the gentleman in for a talk.
And Angelina?
Yes, well, she's...
Oh, Angelina!
Darren! It wasn't me! You've got to get me out of here. They want to pin this on me!
I know, but we'll get this sorted out.
They want to charge me this afternoon! You've got to somehow...
Come on, Miss
You're better off getting
Darren!
charged quickly because then
I'll get you out of here.
bail if you're
I'll
gonna
think
get
of something.
Is
Come
set.
on, Darren.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna find out what's going on here. She is innocent. What was her motive?
That's the thing. We don't know.
Look,
Her
others
motive
had a
would be
motive,
that
full of blackmail
Fuller,
Is that so?
Fuller groped
Mrs.
her
Biba from the diner,
and
she
irritated
paid
her.
Fuller. Lots of money.
How do you know that?
Is that important? She had a motive. And what about that guy? He was at Fuller's yesterday.
We didn't find any money in Fuller's store, and this gentleman's a witness. Nothing else. As far as the alleged blackmailing is concerned, Have you any evidence?
Evidence? Ask Mrs. Biba.
And she's gonna tell us if she was blackmailed by Fuller?
She put her under pressure.
Based on your speculation? No, that's not enough. We need evidence. Or at least something that would suggest blackmail before we can move on it. And until then, our only suspect is over there behind bars.
Fine, then I'll get a hold of the evidence.
You're gonna interfere in an investigation? Well, that'll get you arrested real quick.
Where do I start? I need evidence that Fuller was a blackmailer. But what did he blackmail Mrs. Biba with? And was it just her or were there others? I bet the secret door in his basement has something to do with it. But how do I open it? Has Fuller still got the key on him? I've got to find out.
We've got a ton of items still. Apparently the laxative was not for Fuller. Letter for C. I'd really like to see all point-and-click adventure games just like create a folder and put a lot of items in a folder after an act. Guess we can look at the photo of it.
That's him. The guy that followed me and Angelina looked like that.
It wasn't too far off. Either I had the eyes wrong, I think, maybe the nose wrong. What is photo from Willow Creek?
My mother and some guy. On the back it says, Black Mirror Castle, Willow Creek, England, August 1969.
And see, I wonder if I'm supposed to use this and this together at some point, but I need something to project the screen on. There's nothing more to interact with here, so we move out of the main square.
What piss awful weather. Suppose it's fitting somehow.
It's kind of nice to have the weather change a little bit. That tells us we're in a different act. It seems like for the most part we're still just working around these few different areas. We can look, and we have a hospital that we can try and take a camera picture of. I guess
that's the hospital.
And look and just see if there's anything else to click on. They definitely want me to go to the hospital before doing anything else, and I don't feel like I'm gonna miss any extras. I think I'll probably unlock everything. We've got the nurse in a different location and a delivery note. So it's I believe a different nurse also.
There's a delivery note for liquid soap. I can't take anything.
Take it.
The nurse will notice.
This guy is still waiting. Just waiting in the waiting room. So let's talk to the nurse and see if we can distract her.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What can I do for you?
Ask about my mother.
How's my mother today?
No change. Her vital signs are all okay, but she is still comatose like before.
So we can only wait.
It looks that way.
Ask about the stranger.
Has the guy who inquired about my mother been here again?
No, at least not on my
Different
shift.
lines of dialogue.
And please,
and,
can you tell the
subtitles.
other nurses that they should keep an eye out for this guy? The police are looking for him.
I know. The police faxed through a photo fit picture.
Good.
I don't know what a photo fit picture is.
You heard what happened to Fuller?
Oh, yes. Beatrix told me. They brought him in here this morning, covered in blood.
Did you know Fuller?
Not personally.
What do you mean by that?
I'd heard of him. You Okay, listen. I'll tell you. As a woman, it wasn't an especially good idea to have your picture taken by him.
Why not?
He was a creep. And was not supposed to be able to keep his hands to himself. That sort of thing gets around, of course.
Thanks very much for the information.
No problem.
Of course, no distraction. What was the deal with this soda? Like, we've got so many things that don't make sense.
I'm gonna keep this portrait of Angelina. She looks just stunning. The most beautiful girl I've ever met.
Wouldn't it be ironic if it turns out that I'm like the 5th victim and she murders me at the end of the game? I wouldn't be surprised. So we've got scale, we've got monitors, we still can look at the monitors.
There are a few cables hanging down the side of the unit. Mostly to the sensors attached to my mother.
So apparently I can pull out the cable and make it look like my mother is dead to cause a distraction.
I'd better leave the scales here. What would I do with scales?
We're still not anywhere close to knowing that.
No change. She's breathing peacefully and evenly, but no sign that she's conscious of what's going on around her.
Alright, well, we did pretty well. Apparently also there was an automatic save game, which that's certainly interesting that we're able to make quite a few save entries, about 9. Let's see. Enter for save game. Like, it took us way too long to get to this point, certainly. And I don't really feel like there's a reason to go to the main menu and see any of the extras. We'll check those out at the end of the game. The game's slightly sped up here. The story did do the thing that I wanted it to do probably in the first 20 minutes. I don't know why point-and-click adventure developers sometimes want to stretch things out and waste people's time. It wasn't a good onboarding experience for this game by far. Having spent hours and hours investigating kinda nothing, getting really no information, and not even getting to the first murder. Like, this is supposed to be a murder mystery horror series, allegedly. I don't know how much of a horror series it really was for Black Mirror 1, so I doubt it's not going to be much of a horror series for Black Mirror 2. But you have to actually have a murder happen within the first hour, I would say. Just too slow, too long. Crazy puzzle, certainly with the photo fit, but we have had the ability to skip, so there's definitely some improvements over the original game. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, friend me on Steam, gift me a game. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.